we can talk about the elephant in the room. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about my new office space. Look at this. I know it's not a lot because I don't want to move my camera around and then I'm gonna ruin how the setup is. But yes, I do have a new office space. I know it's not a lot right now, but I promise it will be better. It's a work in progress. I'm gonna add a few things like pictures, shelvings, and a lot of other things. I do have that cool light in the background though. That's kind of a plus. And I have the Red 5 helmet, Luke Skywalker's X-wing helmet. But yeah, this is my new office space right now. This is where I'm going to do a lot of my content creation, editing photos, editing videos, and yeah, I will do office tour maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't planned on it because there's still a lot of work to get done. But I will get there. I promise. But we're not here to talk about my office space. We're here to talk about what I made in January. I made a TikTok about going from digital to film. Disclaimer: I'm still doing digital photography because I do have clients. I can't do all my work only on film because that wouldn't be smart. With clients, I do digital, but for fun things, I try to do film. When I travel, I always take my film camera with me. I still take my digital, of course. When I'm hanging out with friends, I take my film camera. I'm in the market for an Olympus XA because it's like this little small little rangefinder you could just put in your pocket. Kind of sick, kind of cool. But I kind of want to take that video I made on TikTok and kind of expand on it a little bit more because, you know, I think I got to the gist, but I feel like I didn't get to really thoroughly explain why I'm kind of doing a full year of film photography. Obviously, next year I'm going to talk about what I experienced with film photography, the do's, the don'ts, the pros, and the cons. But this is just kind of me saying, I got bored. I've been doing digital photography for almost 8 years. I kind of lost count. But you kind of got to this point where you realize this doesn't have a challenge. And I would get my challenges when I would travel, because obviously, you got to deal with weather conditions, other tourists. Like how do I take a photo of this beautiful waterfall? That's not the same as everyone else has taken before. So I would get those challenges there with portraits. Sometimes the challenge is not there, and I would find myself kind of like, ugh, like I've done this before, and although I want to make it different, I can't because sometimes there are limitations with the studio, with the client, etc. With landscapes, kind of same concept. People are already taking this photo. How can I do it differently? And of course, do digital. You can change things. You bring it up in Lightroom and adjust the crop to where it's like, let's say you took like a level of trees and you crop it in almost like a panoramic where you just see the mountain amidst the trees. There are ways in digital photography to find that challenge. But I think what happened was that the more I was doing digital photography, the more I started to feel lazy. And what I'm getting at is that I felt like I could take a really bad photo on my camera, bring it in Lightroom, and make it look good by using the crop tool, by using a gradient tool, by using like a clone tool, etc. So for a while, it started to feel like I kind of was just getting bored, and there was moments where I would go and do like a fun project, and I wouldn't get the thrill anymore. But then I kind of was like had an idea, not an idea. I'm not saying like this is original, but I had a moment where I was thinking to myself, let's do some film. Let's get back into that. Because the thing about film photography is you only have one shot. You have 36 shots or 35 depending how you load your film, but you have one shot and you have to slow yourself down to like capture that moment because if you're going to waste one shot and you get it back and it looks like crap, you're going to feel like crap. And so I guess, the best way to say is that the reason why I'm doing film now is because I want to come back in my roots, come back to my like original, when you start learning photography and kind of go back to the basics, but also slow myself down. Find the challenges where how I'm going to capture this moment, make it look amazing because I know that I can't like alter this if I bring it to Lightroom or Photoshop, you know? So, I kind of had that reasoning to do film. And I started in January. It's October. It's 2/3 of the way. And I feel like, as of now, I've captured so many good shots and things that I feel like, has challenged me, has caused me to get back into my roots of, properly exposing. Ask myself, hey, how would this look like if I overexpose it versus underexpose it? Or, vice versa. How would this look like if I underexpose it versus overexposing it? As well as like understanding, you know, how do I put it? Like making your photos look unique. Because I saw this tweet one time where it said, "Your photos don't look cool because you take them on film," which is true. There are people who just take film for that aesthetic, but they're missing these opportunities of making their photos go wow. Because you look back at some of the photographers who are well in their 70s and 60s, they started on film, and they took amazing photos. They took photos that capture that moment. And I feel like film photography has given me that opportunity. Of course, I don't want to spend the entire time talking about like how my journey has been. I am going to make another video next year when I reach the 1 year mark of the do's and don'ts, the pros and cons, etc. But I just want to kind of expand on that TikTok video because I feel like I got the surface level, but I also want to kind of go into a little bit more. But I'm excited. Like I said, it's 2/3 of the year done. I've captured so many things. I just, my love for film photography is there, and I wear it as a personality. Some people can be like, yeah, he does film. That's me. Um, but that's kind of been my challenge this entire year is doing film almost every day. I try to take my camera with me wherever I go run errands, find something, take a quick snippet, and so forth. But yeah, that's the video I wanted to make. But I also want to show my new office and kind of show that how much has changed since the last 4 years. Like and subscribe, I guess. And I'll see you in another video. Maybe I might take a break. I'm just kidding. We'll see. I'll see you soon.